G'day and welcome back to the final episode of Tomo's Tune-Ups, the finale for 2023. This year has been an amazing year and I cannot thank every single one of you enough for not only getting on board, liking and subscribing to the videos, but also commenting down below and telling me your thoughts on all the videos that we've been doing. We've done so much, we've traveled so many different places, we've done the Ralston Classic, we've built a Morris Minor that is finishing up on the channel next year, and done some modifications, I think, that I thought I would never achieve on my own card, let alone someone else's. But we got there in the end, and that's the good thing about it. So we're just going to have to wait and see as to how that pans out next year, and does it drive any well? Is the customer satisfied? Well, I guess you're going to have to find out. So this episode, we are here in my great Christmas attire, like I like to do every single year. And we're going to jump online and just have a quick chin wag with a couple of friends from around the world to talk about their channels. So first come off the rank, we have Cole from Classic Mini DIY. How are we, mate?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me here. It's good to connect up with you.
Indeed, we've actually been long-term mates. Folks of you at home watching, we got in contact a couple of years ago, and we've never actually had a face-to-face video before. So this is actually a bit of a first, so I'm a bit nervous. So hopefully I'm going to be all right. So Cole, before we jump into it, I just want to let you know you are one of the reasons why I actually started my YouTube channel.
Really?
Years ago, yeah. So years ago, when I was building the gearbox in Grace, there was all these real fine, intricate pieces in there that I needed to know which way a bearing went or how something went together. And no matter how many times I'd watch some of your videos, some of it would overlap or miss. And then I'd zoom in and I'd try and find anyway, videos on YouTube of how something goes specifically together. Now, mind you, this is a good 9 or 10 years ago. So YouTube was still fairly fresh and there wasn't a great deal out there. And you being one of the OG guys, I figured, you know what, this guy knows more than me. Let's keep watching. So it was always in the back of my mind to want to start a YouTube channel. And then when COVID hit a couple of years ago in Australia for the last time, I figured, you know what, now's the time. Let's make the videos. So, mate, you're part inspiration as to why I started my channel.
I really appreciate hearing that. I mean, that makes me so happy. We touched on this a little bit before, but like the whole, I mean, that's why I made the videos. Like, I'm just a guy in my garage. I'm not, some big mini spares or something like that. Like I'm just a guy in the garage. I wanted to just inspire people to do these same things and share this information. So it genuinely warms my heart knowing that was a motivator for you. And I love your channel. I'm a subscriber. I watch it. I catch all the videos. So it's been really cool to see your channel grow.
Thanks, mate. I too appreciate that. So on the topic of channels, what made you start your channel? Was there anything specific?
So kind of thinking back, I don't actually know exactly how long ago it was. It probably was maybe 10 or 12 years ago, or I made my first video. I'd have to look at YouTube. But I really just I couldn't find, similar to what you were saying, I couldn't find videos on how to do certain jobs on the car, and that's the way I learn the best. I like seeing people doing it. I like seeing them kind of engage with the work. And so the mini forum was out there, had lots of great information. There's forums out there, and that was before forums kind of got a little bit quieter. But I just thought, well, I don't know everything. I definitely don't know what I'm doing. At that time, I didn't know anything about what I was doing. And so I'm like, I'm just going to start filming videos. As I learn it, I'm going to make a video, show people how I did it, how I learned it, and hopefully it would help people. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. Since it was early, as you said, in the YouTube world, there weren't a lot of other folks with mini channels, and I just kind of found that sweet spot and came in and started making videos.
Yeah, nice. So like a lot of it you learned as you went along?
Absolutely. Yeah. Some of the stuff, I've got a really, really good friend of mine here in Charlotte. So I'm in North Carolina in the US, and he was like my mini godfather. He taught me everything I knew, kind of all the complex stuff. He helped me the first time I restored Bad Wolf. combined with that and just, I'm telling you, buckets of reading, like reading this, service guides, forum posts, everything, and just kind of smushing it all together in my head and pop out a video.
Terrific. That's really good. So speaking of Bad Wolf, I noticed this year your channel was taking a little bit of a different turn. What motivated you? And for those of you who haven't, check out Cole's channel and what he's doing with his car at the moment. But what motivated you to kind of revamp Bad Wolf?
Yeah, so it didn't always translate in videos, but the car, I think, it was a 10-foot car. When you see it in videos, it looked nice, like it portrayed very nice. But when you got close to it, there was a lot of rust, there was a lot of kind of wear and tear. I mean, it was essentially a on and off daily driver for almost a decade for me. And so over time, it got abused. And so I'm like, you know what? The blue that I had originally wasn't really the color that I wanted. I wanted a darker blue. And I'm like, the color is not really what I want. Let's just do this. Let's rebuild it. I'm going to build the engine exactly the way I want it. I'm going to build the electrical system the way I want it and make it the exact color that I want. And just kind of went from there. So this is hopefully the last version of Bad Wolf. Past this, I'll probably pick up another mini and do something different in the future. But Bad Wolf, this is like its final form. Well, will be.
That's really cool. Sometimes you got to work on the cars and iron out all the kinks as to where we want it. Like mine, like I don't have a roof lining or interior properly. So, everyone's car is different, and it's really good to see that, over the years, you've worked it up to where you want it, and then you've started fresh and then revamped it. So that's really cool. And I was watching the channel and I was really unsure as to why that. And this is, the first time I've heard about this, but it's good to see, your channel start in one direction and then do something completely different.
Yeah.
Is it the first full restoration you've done, or is it one of several?
So technically, it's the first full restoration I've done by myself. The first restoration I did was also Bad Wolf, but it was with my buddy. Like, we'd work in the garage until like all hours of the night. I was in college, so I had a lot more nighttime energy. But yeah, truthfully though, the first 10 years of driving the car really taught me what I do and don't like, in a car and what I wanted in Bad Wolf, because it is truly like my lifelong car. Like, that's a car that I'm going to keep forever, until I just can't drive it anymore. And then I'll look at it, in the garage all the time.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, mate, before we go, is there anything you'd like to say or wish to the subscribers at all?
Yeah. I mean, end of the year, happy Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, happy New Year. It's been it's been an interesting year. It's been really fun, especially for me. And I wish you all the best, all of your viewers as well. So happy Christmas. Thank you.
Mate, thanks very much. All right, on to the next call. Thanks for jumping on, Cole. We'll speak soon, mate.
See you later.
All right, so the next one on the channel is Randy from Lone Star Mini in Texas. How are we, mate?
Fantastic.
Love it, mate. Thanks for jumping on board. Like Cole, this is the first time we've actually physically met over online, shall I say. We've been chatting back and forth for quite some time about a lot of different things, and you've been there through a lot of hard times through the stuff that I've enjoyed the last sort of 12 to 18 months. So, mate, appreciate your support on my channel, but also, on a personal note, thanks for, being there for me in the times of need that I've needed someone.
Absolutely. Love your channel, love your character, love everything about you in Australia. Yeah.
Terrific. So your decorations are a little bit different to mine in my house, but mate, I love what you got going on there.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't really know what you're seeing. Part of the tree, I guess, and stockings in the background. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready for Christmas.
Fabulous. All right. So, mate, what made you start your channel to begin with?
What made me start my channel was, and in all honesty, I had no clue that there was a whole mini society out there. I seriously had no clue. I started my channel simply for my own documentation of keeping track and remembering, because I'm unable to work on it from week to week, month to month. And so if I keep track of it, I can look back and say, oh, this is where I was. This is what I was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, really for my own documentation. And then I found the community,
Yep.
and I have made some wonderful friends like yourself over time,
Yep.
which is fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. So are you qualified mechanic at all, or you just like tinkering with cars? You've done it for a while?
None of the above.
No.
I'm not a car buff. I'm not
Yeah.
a car guru. I know nothing. Before I touched my Mini, I had never cut on metal. I had never, worked on an engine, and
Yeah.
so it's teaching me a wonderful world. I've worked on
Yeah.
wood, right?
Yeah.
I've built furniture and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
never metal.
Yeah.
So,
So something quite different then. That's cool.
oh yeah, oh
Um,
yeah, it's a wonderful climb, wonderful learning curve.
yeah. I did notice this year your channel took a little bit of a different turn from what I'm used to seeing. You're doing a little bit more in-depth sort of videos, and one of them we were talking about off air was the AC Dodd reaming tool for the rear radius arms. Has there been a reason for that, or is it just that's how you kind of like where you're up to at the moment with your work?
No real reason other than it's kind of been a tough year for my wife and I in that we've lost both our girls to university, going off to university, and
Yeah.
so we have kind of spent all of our time as much as we can with our girls.
Yeah.
And now we're developing that empty nester syndrome, and so as I begin back, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I want to do the best job that I can. And a lot of people, I kind of touched on these last few videos, I touched on subjects that nobody ever really covers.
Mm.
And so that's why I've done that. And the AC Dodd reaming tool, I'm not putting a plug in here, but it's fantastic. Yeah.
I was actually doing some reaming the other day on some control arms, and I literally thought of that exact moment you were doing it, saying how easy this thing is rather than sitting there and adjust it. So it's, to be able to, see other videos out there of people doing very similar things, but in different ways, I'd really enjoy it. And a lot of your stuff is very, very unique compared to what I do or anyone else out there. So, it's good to have that variety as well.
Agreed. Yeah. Thank you. But agreed.
Yeah, 100%. Well, mate, before we wrap it up, is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers at all?
Just hey, Merry Christmas from Texas, y'all. That type of thing. And yeah, as far as Lone Star Mini goes, I will be getting back onto it because now, without girls, with both of my girls off to university and my
Yeah.
wife's in school, I'm going to be getting back on the Mini and hopefully producing some more videos. Again, most of the videos are for myself, but if other people can gain some insight, or maybe if it can give somebody else a little bit of motivation or hope, then fantastic. Yeah,
That's
but
really
yeah, really just Merry Christmas, y'all.
excellent. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Let's jump on to the next call, and we'll see you there. All right, so on to our next person, which is someone most of you guys already know. And if you haven't, make sure you check him out on the channel. So, mate, would you mind introducing yourself for us?
Hi, I'm Paul Jeffries and I have a YouTube channel called Classic Mini Garage.
Thanks heaps for jumping on board, Paul. So, tell me, what was the reason why you started your YouTube channel?
Now, what inspired me to start a YouTube channel was basically, I've had the channel for a long time and it was under my own name originally, and it was just for family stuff mainly. But when I bought another Mini in 2010, which is the first Mini I'd had for quite a long time, I started doing videos with it about the car, and it sort of went on from there. Then I sold that car and I purchased a Mini 1100 Special, which I had to rebuild the gearbox on. The engine was tired, so I did another engine for it, modified it a bit. Then I did a series of videos on that car. Then I sold that one and I bought a Mini Italian Job, which I also did videos on. I built a straight cut gearbox for that and modified the engine a bit as well. Then once I'd sold that one, I bought. I didn't have a Mini for a while after that. I went into bikes for a bit, had a Kawasaki Z1000. After the Italian job, I purchased a Mini 1000, A-Ridge one, which is the last vehicle I had. I sold it about 3 or 4 months ago. I had the car for 5 years. I bought it as basically a rolling shell and basically did it up over time, and it ended up being a Miglia sort of tribute replica car, 1380cc, very high powered. I built a 1380 engine for it. Well, it had the 1310 in it to start with, which I built, and then I changed that to a 1380, which I built with a straight cut box and a Weber 45 carburetor and all the rest of it. Miglia spec, everything on it really to look at. The inside wasn't, it just had bucket seats and a full cage and harnesses and stuff. But the outside of the car did look like a Miglia, and it was powerful. It was a very powerful car. Yeah, so basically that was it. I sold the car 4 months ago. I've now got an R53 Coupe S, but I will be getting another Classic Mini hopefully next year. I sold the car, the Classic Mini, because I'd sort of done all I wanted to do to it really. I didn't want to throw any more money at it. I'd spent quite a lot of money on it over the 5 years, and it was good fun. But it was time to have a bit of a change for a bit.
So now that you no longer have your Classic Mini, what can we expect to see from your channel into next year, Paul?
As far as the channel goes, going forwards, it's still Classic Mini Garage, obviously. I have featured the R53 on it a little bit, which people seem to like, well, some people seem to like. But predominantly, my channel's about doing engines and gearboxes, rebuilding engines, gearboxes, straight cut, whatever, fast road engines, and doing all kinds of different mods to the engines. The channel doesn't cover work on the cars themselves really as such. It's mainly engines and gearboxes and headwork and all that kind of stuff.
So mate, before we wrap up the chat, is there anything you want to say to the viewers before we head off?
That's the story of Classic Mini Garage and myself, and I wish you all a very happy Christmas.
Well, folks, what a great bunch of blokes jumping online. Thank you very much to the blokes that are able to jump online and have a quick chat about their channels. I really appreciate it. I think there was one more person, and just a second ago, I did hear someone singing. So let me just quickly grab my trusty old chair, as I don't have a ladder with me. But I'm fairly certain there was some music coming from up in the manhole. All right, let's give this a shot. Hey, is someone there?
Rocking around the Christmas tree, it's a happy holiday. Dun, dun, dun. Hello? Hello, who's that?
Yeah, Kev, it's Tomo from Tomo's Tune-Ups.
Hey Tomo, I thought that was you. How's things? What's it like down under?
Oh, mate, it's bloody scorchy here, I tell you. You'd probably melt if you came on over. Just wanted to introduce you. Can you just introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your channel?
That's a great idea, Tomo. Let me just quickly finish sweeping up and then I'll get right with you. Well, it looks a lot better now I've swept up. Perfect timing or what? What are the chances? So I'm Kev and this is Tev, my 1998 Mini Cooper Sports Pack in Tahiti Blue. And this is Pocket Rocket Garage. Bit of a fan. So I'm restoring a Classic Mini myself. My channel's been going now for probably 2 years or so. So yeah, I'm really deep into this Classic Mini. It had severe rust and it's still got severe rust. There's plenty of rust for me to still attack. So if you're interested in classic cars, minis, rust, welding, grinding, this is the channel for you, because there is plenty of that going on most of the time and there's plenty more still to do. I'll grab the camera as I usually do and I'll actually take you outside quickly, show you the garage on the side of my house and then give you a quick tour around. Let's go back in, it's warm. So this is a 1998 Mini Cooper Sports Pack, and it's only 2 years older than when the BMW Mini Cooper came out. So it shows you how old they are already. And the weather in the UK, if you don't know, is pretty extreme in the winter. Hence why a lot of classic cars in the UK are off the road until the summer, or it's sat in someone's garage needing a huge restoration, just like this one. Now, I really enjoy doing the videos and the content, so hence why I started it. When I first thought about doing the Classic Mini, I thought, yeah, do you know what? I'll get a camera and I'll just start creating some videos. And since then, I've really enjoyed it, and I do hope the content comes across well. I'll just grab the camera now and show you around the Mini. Okay, so a little bit about the channel previously and for the future. I started the channel off in lockdown with my son. We took the Mini apart, and then once it got to the stage where it was a lot of cutting, metalwork, rust repairs and welding, he can't really help out at this stage or that stage. It's just too dangerous. So once I get it to a point where all of that is done, I'm hoping if he can put Fortnite down, he'll be able to come in here, help me out and put the Mini back together. I'm not looking for a show car. I just want it to be structurally sound and safe. Now I know Tomo's got a few questions to ask me, so I'm just gonna see if he's still down there and see if he wants to ask them now. Tomo, you down there, mate?
So, mate, what is the reason why you started your channel? Is there a particular reason?
Okay. Well, I think I just touched base on that a little bit. I wanted to do the Mini, I wanted to restore the Mini. I thought, while I've got the opportunity, get the camera out, buy myself a nice tripod and start filming, just really to look back on in the future and see if I can actually get this YouTube channel to grow and get bigger and bigger. That's the main goal, really.
So I've noticed this year you've done quite a lot to it, and it's taken a bit of a different turn, and you're really focusing on the smaller details in it. How's the progress travelling with it?
Yeah, the channel's progressing fairly well. I don't get out here as much as I want to, as you can imagine. The family comes first. So this is just a hobby, but I'm hoping that once I get past the metalwork stage, as I've said, I'll be able to get out here more and more and get on the videos more consistently.
Good work, mate. Super proud to see it growing. And is there anything else you want to say to the viewers before we head off?
Oh yeah, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone that's watching, anyone that's watched any of my previous videos, or if you're going to go and have a look yourself and hit that subscribe button, that would be an amazing Christmas present. I really want to grow the channel, so any help would be hugely appreciated. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas, and I'll see you all on the next one. Back to you, Tomo, in the studio.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Have yourself a good Christmas. What an absolute legend. Jumping on board through the old teleportation tunnel through the manhole in the roof. Somehow it just magically worked, and I guess that's the magic of television. So, folks, if you haven't already, please check out their channels of all the people that I've just interviewed. They range from everywhere from novice all the way through to fully experienced, and these are the guys that I lean on quite a lot for a lot of my stuff because, quite frankly, I love minis, but there is a lot out there I don't know, and I really hope to showcase that in my channel and give you viewers out there the confidence to be able to work on your car and confidently repair it, and that's what I set out to do. I said to Cole that I'm absolutely in awe of him, and I was a bit starstruck, to be honest, when he jumped on the channel because we'd been talking for quite some time and we'd never actually spoken face to face, and having someone there who I'm able to watch, and he's one of the OG guys of Classic Mini YouTube, And, you know, I was really blown away that he was actually able to jump on the channel, and I respect him so much because of that. But also, you know, everything that he's done and brought to the classic mini scene in, you know, YouTube and the world, I guess. And it's just really good to be able to chat with other people and talk about, you know, what we all love to do. And that's exactly why I'm here. As I said, like, if I can give anyone out there the confidence to be able to work on or repair their car or even just service it, you know, telling them the most basic of information, then my purpose here is done. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the channel this year. Next year, like I said, we've got heaps coming up. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. There is another little one at the end of this episode I'm going to run. I did go to the Sydney Minis run the other day. Sadly, got rained out, so I only filmed the start of it, so it'll probably cut rather quickly at the end. But it was a nice little drive, and we got to see some new cars there and a couple of new faces and a couple of familiar ones as well. But thank you so much for jumping on board, liking the channel, subscribing, and all of your comments. This really has been an amazing year for me, and I cannot thank each and every one of you viewers and subscribers for getting on board. And if you haven't, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below for more classic mini DIY. So that's it. This is the channel for the year. Next year, like I said, we have heaps coming up, so stay tuned, and I really look forward to seeing every single one of you back in the comment section and giving away a heap of prizes from Minisport. So have yourself a Merry Christmas and a safe New Year. If you do celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If not, then have a happy and safe holiday season. Be good, be kind to each other, and let's power on. Let's keep going and get this channel roaring in 2024. So thank you very much for watching Season 3 of Tomo's Tune-Ups, and we'll see you on Season 4 in 2024. G'day, welcome back to the channel. We are at the last meet for Sydney Minis car meet for 2023. We are here at the pub hanging out. We're going to grab a couple of drinks, grab something to eat, and then we're going to head into the city. Essentially, we're just going to head into the city and see a couple of lights and a couple of houses around there. So should be a nice little drive. And I've actually got a little surprise for one of my subscribers who actually won a giveaway about 12 months ago, and unfortunately we haven't been able to catch up until now, and I think I see him in the distance, so let's go give him his surprise. All right, so in this bag is last year's competition prizes. Essentially, there is a set of Snap-on flush cut pliers, some Fit Dad fuel, and a Snap-on tote bag. As I said, this was supposed to be given away last year, but we haven't had the chance yet to probably meet up. So this is the first time in which we're actually going to meet. So I think this is him over here. Hey, mate.
Is this you, Tomo?
That's me, mate.
Hey, mate, how are you?
Good, you?
Not too bad.
Mate, better late than ever.
Beautiful.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Belated congratulations.
That's all good, man. I'm a long-time follower and I love all your work.
Mate, appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. What do you drive?
I've got a Mini and I've got a couple of other ones, but I've got a Clubman with a 1380 in it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, some nice work done to it. I love
Terrific.
it.
Yeah.
I love it a little bit too much.
Yeah. I think we all do, owning Minis. And do you live locally or?
Eastern suburbs of Sydney, so
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a little bit away, but it's worth coming every time.
Literally the opposite side of Sydney compared to me.
That's
so.
right. So we're meeting you halfway. It's all good.
Terrific, mate. Well, it's great to meet you. Let's go grab a beer and catch up.
Beautiful.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it. No worries. All right, so after handing Josh his little surprise that he won 12 months ago, let's head around and check out some of the cars. You guys have seen this one before. This is my mate Kev. Drives a little 850. It took him forever to be able to get down the freeway today. It's not overly fast, but we got there in the end, which is the main thing. Nice little Californian moke. This would be beautiful to drive today. We had a bit of a sticky bum on the way here, as it was 37 degrees, so definitely hope it cools down. It seems like it is now, which is nice. Still got to go inside and get some air conditioning. Nice little round nose up the front here, little blue one, and matching interior as well, which is really nice. Always good to see. Nice colour scheme with the cream and the blue. I'm not actually sure who owns this, so if you own it, make sure you come say g'day, or at least leave a comment in the section below. It's got this nice little yellow one over here, pink one. I'm not sure who owns the pink one, but it'll be interesting as well to have a little look under that bonnet. And Chop Top as well. He was the winner of, I think it was Best Car at the Ralston Classic for 2023, old Matty Matt. So It was really good to get him out today. I think he's coming out here with his son, which is cool. Got another moke behind there as well. And then our good friends with Santa towing behind them as well. Jason and Kimmy. Got a couple of little stuffed animals on the back seat, and Mr. Bean's little bear. Oh, they've even got the seatbelts on, which is great to see. Old Santa's cruising along. Got a new Mini at the back there as well. Different colour. I can't say I've seen that one before. Oh, and they've even got some Christmas lights on the roof, which is mad. And we've got Timmy the Mini, I think it is, from memory. I'll put a link in there as well to his YouTube channel. And then we got the Clubman at the back there, Clubman GT, I think it is. So this was at my car meet earlier on this year. If you haven't already, make sure to check it out in the video as well. So it's always good to see subscribers coming along and meeting up. So yeah, there's a few of us here today. I might head inside and grab something to eat, and then probably about an hour or so we'll probably head off and get cracking and have a look at some lights. Alright, we've just grabbed something to eat. The time is 20 to 9. We're just cruising around waiting for everyone. Apparently we're going to be heading to Chipping Norton to look at some Christmas lights, so we'll go check them out. Hopefully we get to see some really good houses and the footage is going to be good. I don't know how it's going to go at night, but hopefully if it's anywhere near as good as what's in the pub, we should get some pretty good footage. I was just chatting to them with Santa sitting on the back. So there's a bit of a wind drag, which I could imagine, especially being a high 30s day today. It was warming up the Mini quite a lot. So now that it's cooler, they should be right to keep going. Met a couple of new friends today, which was cool. I had a good chat with Josh, which was really nice, about his Mini. It looks like we've had another couple turn up as well, so there's another van over there as well. That'd be really nice to get some footage of them driving. So let's jump in the car and make our way on down to go see some Christmas lights.